Welcome to RECON, everybody. We got the team ready to go. And you know what? Tuesday and Thursday kind of rhymes with telephone. So we're going to be working on making outbound calls with a telephone Zen master, Matthew Sharp. And the thumbnail, if you saw it ahead of time, and we say this all the time in RECON, you're going to make calls. Don't sound like a realtor. Matt, welcome. What's going on today?
So today we're we used to do this, but we're gonna go back to this on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Instead of having a scenario, we're gonna go back to doing uh, inbound or outbound calls. Today we're gonna focus on outbound. Expired, canceled is gonna be the format, and we're gonna go right from the bull ride. So the ring, you go, and if you're new to the channel, bull ride is how you begin the call. So we're gonna start from the beginning of the call and we're going to give you what is it, 90 seconds, Denny? Still?
Well, if you don't think they've earned, the 90 seconds, then just throw a flag.
Okay. So yeah, we'll reserve the right to throw a flag, but we're taking it right from the beginning. It's not scenario specific. So when you role play with the coaches, it's going to be expired, canceled. We're not even going to do level of difficulty like we used to do. You're going to get what you get, and you're going to get better by practicing. That's all.
Okay, Louise, you're up.
Hey,
Who's
Jenny.
playing today?
So we don't see any Brave Souls posting yet, but we do know that Robert's always a great sport. So
Torian.
Dorian.
what was that?
Okay.
Torian wants to go. Mike Brennan, he's here.
I don't see him in the post in the
Lori
chat.
wants to go. So Torian,
Oh, you know why? I'm sorry. I have my chat paused. Yes. Denny, are we doing a model with you or Matt?
yeah, that's fine. I'll go. I'll do
Okay,
Torian.
so Torian and Matt will go, and I'll queue up the participant list.
Good morning, Matt.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, this is Tori, and I'm a local realtor. Listen, before you hang up, I was hoping to ask a quick question about your home for sale. Would that be okay?
Yeah, but it's not for sale anymore.
Okay, yeah, no worries, man. I saw that it came off the market. I guess I was just curious to see if you had sold that privately or if that's still available by any chance.
No, didn't sell it privately. It didn't sell while it was on the market. So now we're gonna take a pause. We're gonna take a beat and decide
Yeah,
if we still want to do this.
yeah, fair enough, man. I would probably do the same thing. I was just kind of surprised to see that it didn't sell. I mean, was your agent at least giving some feedback each week as far as what their strategy was or what was happening with the market?
I mean, we talked every once in a while. You know, they did a few open houses and we had a couple showings, but no, I mean, we weren't getting any. It wasn't like set weekly communication to let us know kind of what was going on.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I guess had it sold, were you guys plan on staying there or where were you plan on moving if it sold?
I mean, we were planning on staying in the area, just gonna get a little bit smaller of a house with more land.
Okay, and did your agent kind of give you a strategy of what that looked like as far as moving into your next place without, or you're looking for that while you're moving right now or what?
I guess I don't understand what you mean.
Yeah, were you looking for your place while your home was on the market?
Fine.
All right. So this is cool. But my direct Torian, you actually didn't do a bad job at all. Where you start to put your foot in your mouth, and a lot of agents do this, you start telling me my story. So you're not like when you ask the questions, where are you at, by the way? Oh well, it doesn't matter. Um, when you ask questions, don't give them the death of a good question is the word or. Guys, the
Uh-huh.
death of a good question is the word or. So you ask, well, were you guys where were you guys going when you sell the place, or were you staying local? It's wait, well, once you get the home sold, where are you going? And what I wouldn't have done is I wouldn't have immediately gone to the well, when your agent was communicating with you from week to week. I know there's some coaches out there that advocate for that, but if you get to that point in the conversation, we'll say, well, hey, let's say that the home had sold. Where were you moving next? I don't give a crap what the last agent did unless they bring it up. And then again, just to cement this, guys, the death of a good question is the word or. So don't start telling me. So when you guys sell the house, were you moving to this place, or were you doing this or? And then when you ask the question on, well, were you looking for houses while you were selling this? Well, do you need to sell this one in order to buy? So just keep it short, concise. Otherwise, you did really good with the flow of the conversation.
Right, thank you.
Yep. Mike with Don.
Good morning, Ring Ring.
Hello.
Hey, is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
Well, who's this?
My name is Mike Brennan. I am a realtor, and I noticed that your home had expired, and I was just calling to see if I can help you in any way.
No, not interested.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Wow, reverse.
That might be the shortest bull ride and actually rodeo that I've ever seen, Matt.
Yeah. Well, so Mike, there's no such thing as a bad question, right? However, when we go into scenarios where they don't know you, these people genuinely don't know who you are. They're getting berated by realtors.
Yeah.
The question that I don't like, it's if you rated questions on a scale of 1 to 10, the did you still need to sell the home is right down there with how can I help you? Like I would do it, I'd be a 1 or a 2. The reason being is even if it's genuine, even if you are the most sympathetic and empathetic person in the world, most compassionate person that ever got a real estate license, they don't know you. So they don't know if that's genuine. So the question is keep the questions powerful, I guess is the best thing I can say, which is, Don, hey, I noticed it came off the market. You can even do a reverse question or a no-based question. Don, I saw it came off the market. I'm guessing that you're going to tell me that you've completely given up on this. You're just going to rent this thing or live in it until they take you out in a box. Am I on the right path?
Kind of.
Right. You see how it's a no-based question. It gives them permission to correct me. But guys, when we go into these role plays, let's not ask those ones and I call them softball questions, 1s and 2s. Well, did you still need to sell it? When are you interviewing the right realtor to help you sell your home? And I just wanted to find out how I could help you. To somebody you don't know, they're going to slam the door in your face.
So,
All right.
Matt, can I ask you
Sounds
two
good.
questions?
Yes.
All right. Number one, Mike didn't identify himself right out of the gate, and that's why
Yeah.
Don called him on that. What is your opinion of that?
Yeah, guys, and thank you for bringing that out. Be fast, be quick, fast, and in a hurry to tell them who you are. Lead with integrity. So this is Mike, and I do it in candid ways personally. Hey, ring ring. Hey, Don, my name. This is Matthew. Would you throw your phone out the window if I told you I was a realtor?
No.
You don't have to tell them who you are, where you're with, but at least tell them who you are. Like tell them who you are and what you stand for. Denny?
Question 2 is, which is the better question? May I help you, or when is the baby due?
When's the baby due? I'd rather hear that than can I help you?
Okay, got it. Because when you're shopping at Kmart, you guys, when they walk up, if they ever walk up and ask you if they can help you, what do you say? No, I'm just looking. All right, number 3,
Yep.
let's go.
Very good point, Denny. Yeah, and now you see why that's a 1 or a 2. How may I help you? No, I'm just looking. It's a great, because they don't know you. They don't know you. All right. Lori with Louise.
Hello.
Hi, Louise. This is Lori. I'm a local realtor here. Before you hang up on me, I just had a couple quick questions about your home that just came off the market.
Okay.
Oh God, that was fast.
All right, hold on. Here, let me throw a flag real quick because I know how intentionally you are practicing. You give them permission to tell you no, which you didn't do. Hey, before you hang up on me, I just have a few questions about your property. You're not giving them the permission to tell you no, guys. That's what creates resistance in these phone calls. So give them the permission to tell you no. Hey, Louise, before you hang up on me, can I throw a few questions your way? And if it's not relevant, we'll end the call.
Didn't I ask that? Did I?
No, you made it as a statement, which is,
Okay.
hey, before you hang up on me, I have a few questions about your property or something along those lines.
Right.
In other words, before you hang up on me, you better let me ask these questions. No. Hey, I just had a few questions for you. If it's not relevant, you can hang up on me.
Okay.
Get the permission, give them permission to hang up on you.
Okay. So, hi, this is Lori. I'm a local realtor. Before you hang up on me,
Would you be against me asking you a few quick questions?
Okay. Would it be okay if I asked you a couple questions about your home?
Better.
Sure.
Okay. Did you plan on, so I noticed your home came off the market. Were you planning on keeping the home? Is that a bad question?
Let's keep going.
We were trying not to keep the home. That's why we had it listed for sale.
Okay. And where were you intending on moving? I'm all over the
I
place
don't
now.
know that that's
It's okay.
relevant, but we have plans.
Okay, good, good. Since you had intended on selling the home, and I know that's frustrating. I'm really sorry to hear that it was on the market for so long and it didn't sell. I know that's frustrating for a homeowner. Are you open to speaking with any realtors when you plan on putting it back on the market?
Yeah, we'll interview some agents next time. We won't go with the first one.
Okay. And when were you planning on, when you decided to move, were you staying local?
We're just moving down the street.
Time.
All right. The reason I wanted to let you go, Lori, is because
It gets flustered.
stop it. You castigate yourself way too harshly. Castigating meaning you punishing yourself. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Number one, everybody, round of applause for Lori because I'm not kidding. There are so many people who I just stare at their faces on this call day in, day out, and they don't do anything on here. But you at least are attempting to get better at this craft. Remember, Abraham Lincoln said, if you give me 5 hours to chop down a tree, I'm going to spend the first 4 sharpening my axe. You're sharpening your axe right now.
I
And
just
that's
feel
why,
like it's taken me so long to.
stop. Listen to what you
I
have any
hear
idea
you.
do you have any idea what I sounded like when I started almost 20 years ago? My my only move, we've talked about this before, was how do you think that'll benefit you? That is the only question I knew. And I just asked it over and over and over again. How do you think that'll benefit you? How do you think that'll benefit? At least your exercise, the reason I let you go through the whole role play and struggle, and I'm going to continue to do that for you specifically, Lori, is because you're exercising the muscle. I can tell that this gives you crippling anxiety. And that's okay. So you're going to keep exercising that muscle and you're going to keep listening to the role plays and we're going to keep asking good questions. And even if your questions aren't tens, like we just put the label to, even if they're not tens, I'm going to let you ask them because the more you ask them, the better you're going to get. Okay?
Okay.
So just you are doing just fine. You are the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. You're on step number 2, my love. So do not punish yourself harshly. I'm so proud of you. All right? Keep it up. All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Robert and Don.
All right. Ring ring.
Hello.
Yeah, is this Don, the owner of 123 Main Street?
No, who's this?
This is Robert. I'm a local realtor. I
I
was wondering
figured.
if I could have a couple moments of your time, or would you prefer I just go jump in a lake?
All right, I'll give you, since that's different, I'll give you 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Very good. Don, I saw that your house came off the market, and I was just wondering, are you giving up on selling? Are you gonna just live there the rest of your life?
Stop.
Sorry.
Hit him with one. You're doing good.
You asked 2
Uh,
questions.
So have you decided to just live in this home the rest of your life?
I got to ask you, you guys must all go to the same school because those are the 2 opening lines everybody asks me. Amazing.
I'm I'm sorry. Let me see. What can I ask you that would be not the same as everyone else? So when is the baby due?
Hey, I'm going to jump in, throw the flag.
All right.
This is why we're doing this, guys, because we got to not intentionally, or not. I shouldn't say we got away from doing the organic calls unintentionally, but I'm bringing it back on Tuesdays and Thursdays because of this very reason. I'm sure you can see that some of the people that were pretty proficient at this when we were doing it weekly have lost their proficiency because we weren't exercising the muscle. Same thing here. Robert, when we used to do this on a regular basis, he would ask one question, be done. But now he's asking two questions. And then as far as the what was the last question you asked? Oh, he said, yeah, you sound like this everybody else. Robert probably would have been a little quicker on his feet when we used to do this every single week. But he said, well, let's see. Well, Don, here's what I would have said if I found myself in that scenario. Don, hey, I understand. What would be a question that somebody hasn't asked you that would help you in some way, shape, or form?
So,
Denny?
Matt, a couple different things really fast. Basic 101. So I'm going to use a little ruler on your knuckles, Robert. Nails on a chalkboard, Realtor.
Realtor.
It's Realtor.
Yeah.
Syllables.
Next is the fact that, Matt, I think a lot of people are rusty because this is one thing. It's kind of like you could practice golf all by yourself. It's a little difficult practicing pickleball by yourself unless you're hitting against the board. So my question is, how often are you practicing this, right? And that's what I would like to probably recommend as we get back into the organic side of this. Find someone here on RECON that you could practice with.
Yep.
15, 20 minutes a day and make a big difference.
Yep.
And then, Matt, my last point here on this is, what if the seller said, you sound all alike, blah, 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 blah. I would have said, rather than what would you like me to ask, I would have said, what would you like to hear different than?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of that?
100%. It's what would be a question that would make a difference in your situation or similar to that? Guys, well, I'm glad that we're getting back to this Tuesdays and Thursdays organic calls. However, what we are going to do, and Denny and I will connect on this more offline. We're going to have an advanced day and we're going to have a more beginner day as we move forward. So we'll figure out how to implement that and how to structure it so that it's practical, tactical, and applicable for everybody on the call. But just know, as Denny said, this should not be the 1 or 2 times a week where you practice organic role play, where you practice organic calls. It shouldn't be. I do it every day, even though I make phone calls every single day, which I'm that's the other thing I would challenge you guys on here too. When we get done with these role plays and scenarios, do you actually pick up the daggum phone? And if you don't, that's where you're failing yourself on a fundamental level as well. So we could give you all of the nuggets, all of the most witty openers and objection handlers, but then if you don't exercise the muscle off of here, you're not gonna progress. So yes, role play partners, guys, connect offline. Janet with Louise. That's our next one.
Janet, you muted, you're always muted. I'm just gonna let you know because you'll start talking, you'll still be muted, sweetie.
Hey, Jan.
There you go.
Hello.
Hey, yeah, I had my thoughts over here. Yes, I am. So, Lori, get ready, because
Okay, the phone rang and I answered. Hello.
yes. Hey, this is Janet. I'm with Keller Williams, and I'm just calling to find out if your house at 123 Main Street is oh shoot.
I noticed it came off the market.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I noticed it came off the market, and
What? It came off the market.
I'm guessing your real estate agent didn't call you and let you know?
No. Are you sure it's off the market?
Yeah, I'm looking right here, and it said it came off the market this morning.
Yeah, gummit. I need to
Okay.
call my agent.
So before you hang up on me, I just would like to ask a few questions. And if you give me permission before you I
Why
got
don't you reword that, Janet? Try rewording it.
okay. So before you hang up on me, Louise, uh, would you allow me to ask you a few questions?
Sure, you can ask me a few questions, but I need to be quick because I need to call my agent and get this back on the market.
Okay, absolutely. I think you ought to call your agent. And shoot, I don't know where to go from
Time.
here.
All right.
But I'm going to
Pre-
start doing it, okay?
I
All because
listen.
you said that, Matt. You hear me?
I'm proud of everybody that is open to exposing their. Tom Bilyeu, who was the founder of Quest Nutrition, he talks about all the time staring nakedly at your inadequacies and deficiencies. The people that are stepping up and willing to role play and expose themselves to how many people? 85 other people today. That takes real courage. Okay, and so I'm never going to demean, be derogatory, and anybody that's willing to get on here and role play, even if we have to let you swing and just like in batting practice, if we put the worst player up to the plate and they just whiff and whiff and whiff, I want that to happen. Why? Because as you continue to exercise that muscle, you're going to become more proficient. So I challenge you guys 2 things today. Number 1, show up 5 days a week. It's 30 minutes and then an hour on Friday, obviously. 5 days a week. Okay. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to do organic phone calls. And it's going to be hard because we haven't done it in a while. It's going to be hard. It's going to sound a lot like this call. Okay. But then after that, find somebody on here or in your market center that also makes phone calls. Don't find somebody that hasn't made a phone call since 1976. Get on a role play with somebody that makes calls on a regular basis and role play. And you will notice, mark my words, you will notice in a month's time on these calls, they're going to sound just like they did 3 months ago when we were doing this every single week. So just keep swinging. All right. Go ahead.
May I just say, hey, you guys, how many of you guys, when your margarita machine, is not working, you get on YouTube and find out how to change the fuse in it, right? So one thing I'd like to recommend, Matt, is that when we come back on, is that I don't care if you're reading something. What we don't want you to do is wing it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Matt, do you think that's a fair enough rule?
100%. Because when I first got my license, I sat down with the script book that my father-in-law gave me, and it was like, here, my Bible's on my desk. I carried the script book everywhere, and I still have the script book, one right there, and then the scripts are on my wall. Do I look at them? No. But yeah, until you exercise this muscle enough, and when you learn something new, it creates a wrinkle in your mind. Until you get these wrinkles, these scripts entrenched in your mind, cemented, then you need to bring you can bring the script with you, you can read it. But then what I would challenge you all to do is to, as quickly as possible, get off of that. I want this to be, what do they call it? Conscious. Well, I want it to be unconscious competence. I want you to have unconscious competence, meaning you do it without thinking about it time and time again. All right, let's Michelle with Don.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello, Don. This is Michelle, and I'm a local realtor, and I was calling about your home that came off the market unsold. I guess at this point, you would be telling me that you're completely against selling it at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
Why would you say maybe?
Well, I have to give you credit. That's an interesting opening line that I haven't heard yet this morning. It potentially could be for sale, but it's not something we're doing right away.
Okay. Um, when you say right away, help me understand what you mean by that.
We've been going through this for 7 months, and we're gonna take a break.
And when you say you want to take a break, what are you thinking that you want to take a break from?
Having the house ready, putting the dogs away, cleaning up, and nobody shows. We just had enough of it.
Can I put a pause
Yeah.
there, Matt, and ask you a question? I mean, here's an interesting distinction. You don't know this person, they don't know you. What you're doing, Michelle, is awesome at the table handling an objection or a concern as you get clarity. I worry, and this is my question to the master, Matt. I don't know that you can do that if you haven't earned the right to have a conversation yet. Matt, what feedback do you have on that?
Depending on the character, the personality type. Yeah. You mean if you have a really high I that's like 99.999% I and nothing else, maybe. But I'm letting people today exercise the muscle regardless of what comes out. And yeah, what I would have done is I would have tried to distract or disrupt with humor. Because he said, well, maybe. Don, you like movies?
Sure.
There's a cult classic called Dumb and Dumber. Are you saying there's a chance?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. Like I might have done something like that. Now, if he was like Denny and I, high D, no I, well, for by and large, high D, I wouldn't have done it. But if it just depends on the personality type. So yeah, be careful when you start asking these really I call them like seven levels deep questions. You have the seventh level, or going 7 layers deep, or whatever it is. Be careful when you start to ask these very deep questions to somebody, like 2 questions into the call. You haven't earned the right. You got to lower the walls first, and that's why I like to use the humor. Denny?
No, that's it. I mean, you were asking clarifying questions. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? But the ball was not moving. You were going deep, but the ball wasn't moving forward.
Yeah. Yep. And you'll notice that's a really astute point, Denny. You'll notice that you aren't the deeper questions you ask when you don't have the permission yet. You'll notice the ball doesn't really move forward because they don't answer the questions the way that you would hope they would. Because they don't want to give you too much. So from the beginning, your question should really just be something in this vein. Hey, I saw it come off the market. Just wanted to find out, have you totally given up on the idea of selling? And your first question should be in the vein of that. However you want to word it, but it needs to be in that vein. And then they're going to say, well, no, I haven't. No, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. If they say, yes, I have, okay, just for now or forever. Again, just a fairly superficial question, but giving them the permission to tell you no. That's how you start to lower the walls, because you're not going to sound like everybody else. When you give them permission, because most agents, what they want to do, hey, just wanted to find out when you would like to interview the right agent to sell your home. Most agents are cramming themselves down the prospect's throat right from the gate. Whereas I'm trying to coach you to give them permission to kick you out their front door, to hang up on you. Because that's it unconsciously or subconsciously, it lowers their resistance to you. Because they say, this is different. This person's not trying to sell me solar panels as soon as I open my door.
So we've got one hand up, but we have one. Let's go one more. And I don't know, did we skip Jose? Because I saw them in the chat. Paulette looks like she's next. Who's up?
Well, I move the people who, if a newer person comes up, I move them to the top of the queue.
So Matt, you got room for one more, then we'll get to your question, Lori.
Yep.
Go ahead, Paulette.
Hey, hello.
Hello, Louise.
Yes.
This is Paul. Hi, I'm Paulette, your local realtor, and I'm calling because I see that your home came off the market.
It did, yes, recently.
Okay, are you still looking to sell?
We are, but we're getting kind of tired of getting all of these phone calls.
I understand. I feel the same way if I was in your shoes. I just went. I'm sorry. I'm off today.
Hey, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Hey, Louise, I noticed the home came off the market. I'm betting I'd bet everything I own, you're going to tell me that you've got zero interest in selling this home. You're just going to keep it or rent it. Am I on the right track?
No, no, no. We actually do need to sell it.
All right. So where do I send you my net worth?
What? Where do you send your what?
Where do I send my net worth? I said, I bet you everything I own
Oh,
that you've given up on selling it, and you just told me you didn't. Well, can I ask you one more cheeky question before I go and sharpen a marble?
yes. What is that? That's funny, by the way.
I appreciate it. So understand you haven't completely given up. Ideally, what's the next step with the project of you guys selling the home from here?
We're going to hire the right agent next time.
Really? Okay. And what are the metrics you're using to determine whether they're the right agent or not?
We're going to look for A, B, and C.
Okay. Gotcha. Do you already have people lined up for those interviews?
No, no. The property just expired last night. We've been getting a barrage of phone calls this morning, and we're going to create a list of people to interview.
Okay. Would it be too would you be offended, or would it be too bold if I ask for an opportunity to apply for the job?
Can you meet A, B, and C?
I'm not sure on this phone call, and that's I mean, in my humble opinion, probably why we should meet to figure that out, because I don't know if we're a good fit to help you, or we're a good fit to work together.
Well, we're going to ask agents if they meet A, B, and C. If they do, then we'll schedule an appointment. So A, B, and C are the metrics that we're going with, and we'll find out if we're compatible personality-wise when we meet.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I feel on the surface level, I could meet A, B, and C. It largely depends on what is ultimately most important to you, though, about not just about those things, but the process of selling the home. I just got lost. I'm sorry. I wish I knew what A, B, and C were. I'm sorry. That's where it gets tough for me. But yeah, I feel so. What I would say to that is, I don't know whether or not I or any other realtor can meet or exceed A, B, and C. Would it be a terrible idea for us to get together for 15 minutes? And if it doesn't make sense, I'll be the first person in the meeting.
So let's call time there, because we've got a couple of questions and people have to go, Matt. We'll get to your question there in a second, Gregory. One of the things I want to point out, Torian, are you still on? I don't know if he is. He was our first role play today. If you listen to Matt does this for a living. It's kind of like, I know we have cars that drive by themselves and we have GPS, but think back to the days before that, when you drive through an area that you're familiar with. Are you less tentative? Are you quicker with your turns? Are you anticipating where you're going to turn? See, Matt kind of knows where he's going. Why? Because he's familiar with the roads. And just another little plug for that's what happens with familiarity. Another word for that starts with P and it rhymes with practice. See, notice that his tone, he didn't sound like most real estate agents, because he has a destination in mind. And although the seller is going down the side road, he knows how to get back to the main road. And that comes with time on task over time. Matt, what do you want to close up with? And we'll get to Greg's question. Yeah,
and notice in the end there, guys, I've told you 100 times before on here, I strike out too. And at the end, because typically what I will use is the reasons, what's important to them, I'll use those as the ammunition to secure the meeting. But because I didn't really know exactly what the reasons were, it was hard for me to integrate into them or use them as ammunition to secure the meeting, which is what I just said. So yeah, I strike out too, but ultimately it's showing up consistently, doing this over and over again, and doing it until you can't get it wrong.
Man, I'm going to coach you, Matt. I don't want people to think, yeah, you could strike out, but again, if they never throw you a pitch you can hit, it's not on you. So every call you make is not winnable.
Yeah. That's the last thing I'll say. I had a limiting belief when I first started doing this almost 20 years ago, 2 million dials ago. We're coming up on 2 million, I think it is. 2 million dials ago, I had a limiting belief that I had to convert every single person that answered the phone. Literally, I felt I had to convert. And if I didn't, I was failing myself on a fundamental level. Yeah, if they don't answer the questions, they're not real. I've said that before. And if they give you a scenario that like just doesn't make any sense, like if somebody legitimately said, yeah, we want them to meet A, B, or C. Well, what is A, B, and C? That's a direction I could have taken that. Well, what is A, B, and C? Clarify that for me. Right? Greg, what's your question, my friend? We'll make it quick.
Yes. So Matt, so when you and I hear a lot of people saying this, I've never done it, but when you say before you hang up on me or before you throw the phone out the window or whatever, do you do that as an icebreaker or are you doing it is that a strategic move to get them engaged, to keep them on the phone? I'm trying to clarify why you would say that to somebody, give them the bait.
Right. Because if it's not your natural personality type, you're like, why the hell would I say this? Right. Guys, it's because I genuinely, from the beginning of my career, did not want to sound like everybody else. That's why. Because every other person's going to be calling and saying, hey, Greg, hey, this is, Matthew with Keller Williams Realty. I saw your house came off the market and, hey, just wanted to find out if you sold that off the market or, it's like everybody's doing that.
Got it.
So I don't care. I don't care if you use the same witty humor I use. That's why somebody asked in there, what if you're not a humor person or have jokes or cards to pull, to ask that? What type of personality type do you have?
Yeah.
What your natural personality type? What is it? Great.
Yeah.
Now
Do what works for you.
Right.
Okay.
Humor works for me, but find out whatever your natural tendencies are, figure out a way to take the words that we've done here and kind of alchemize them into your personality type.
Got it.
But don't just get up to the bat every single day and say the same damn thing everybody else is saying, because you're just not going to have as many effective and efficient calls.
Yep. Got it. All right.
So you
Thanks,
guys
Matt.
are still on a call. You have a behind me if you want to look. That's our message tomorrow. The market's always speaking. The question is, are you listening? That's our role play tomorrow. Louise, close us out.
Hey, Matt, when you said you've started your real estate career thinking you had to convert every call, did you change your mindset into you need to qualify the people? Like what happened? What was the
What happened is I realized with coaching, coaches were gainfully employed in my favor, that not everybody needs our help. So the mindset shift was not everybody, just like selling ice to Eskimos. It would be Eskimos by and large don't need ice. They don't need what it is. If you're an ice salesman, they don't need the product that you offer. So I had to self-discover that some of these people that I'm calling don't need my help, ... right now. And it's accepting that and moving on.
Okay, great job, Matt. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And the topic will be the market always speaks. Like E.F. Hutton. My question is, are you listening? See you tomorrow.